welcome back. I'm Megan and I'm a member of Urban Goddess. And today I wanted to briefly talk about the 10 Commandments, but not the ones that you were talking about, although I will hit on those too. I always found it interesting from a historical point of view, how religions derive from others and how certain things play on the other, and how they relate. I like to compare and contrast. So I have a book and it's called A Witch's 10 Commandments, Magical Guidelines for Everyday Life by Marian Singer. And it's one of my many favorite books that I have in my witchy and goddessy library. So I thought it was very interesting that she has side by side the Judeo-Christian 10 Commandments as well as the Neopagan 10 Commandments. So what I was going to do is read one by one and to give you an idea, just kind of how some are similar, some are different, and I always thought it was very fascinating the way different spiritual beliefs have a lot in common and how they are so closely intertwined. So, commandment number 1, the Christian one. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. The pagan first commandment. Thou art God and Goddess. Christian commandment 2. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to thyself to them, nor serve them. Pagan commandment number 2. As above, so below, as within, so without. Christian commandment 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord God in vain. Pagan commandment number 3. Spirit abides in all things. Words and names have power. Christian commandment 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Pagan commandment number 4. Maintain an attitude of gratitude. Walk the talk. Christian commandment 5. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land. Pagan commandment 5. Honor the ancestors, teachers, elders, and leaders. Christian commandment 6. Thou shalt not kill. Pagan commandment number 6. All life is sacred. Christian commandment 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Pagan commandment 7. All acts of love and pleasure are sacred. Christian commandment 8. Thou shalt not steal. Pagan commandment 8. Whatever you send out returns threefold. Christian commandment 9. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Pagan commandment 9. Love is the law, love under will. And Christian commandment 10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And pagan commandment number 10. For the greatest good, and it harm none. I always found the two next to each other to be very, very interesting. I am a very big advocate of never diminishing anyone's spiritual beliefs, no matter what they be, whether they're the same as yours or vastly different. In our circle of sisters here, Urban Goddess, we're based in Houston, Texas. We have many different types of women in our group. And we have some Buddhists, and we have some Christians, and we have Wiccans, and everything in between. And I found it to be a very, very beautiful thing to see us all come together and practice together and learn from each other. And I can't stress enough that it is not only my personal belief, it is also the belief of Urban Goddess that all spiritual beliefs are valid and relevant, and you should never diminish another person's religion or their spiritual beliefs. Always be very open and loving and compassionate and understanding, because what works for some of us may not work for the other, and really we're all plugging into the same source. We're just calling it different things and setting different rules to them. So I wanted to share that with you today and show and compare and contrast the Christian 10 Commandments with the Neopagan 10 Commandments, and show that they're not so different after all. So thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to share more with you again. If you have any questions, comments, leave in the comment section, and feel free to subscribe to the Urban Goddess YouTube channel. So have a wonderful, wonderful, and blessed day. Blessed be.